think you got to be really clear on your why, right? Because if your why is strong enough, any what is put in perspective.
You are a master when it comes to building movements with global impact. You've also dedicated much of your life to ending extreme poverty. So what was the defining moment that made you realize you wanted to be of such powerful service?
I had a very formative experience in Sri Lanka when I was 19 years old. Being in a country where you're exposed at an early age to those living in conditions of extreme poverty has a profound impact on you. The experience was pivotal in shaping my worldview. It was a place beset by challenges, yet the spirit of the people was so resilient and so joyful. It was a culture that was oriented towards community, which I found so powerful. One of the things that I looked at was how communities were formed and the notion of connection and how connection can alleviate our suffering.
Your latest endeavor now is launching a new social action platform called Peak Mind, and it's all about achieving our highest potential. So talk to us about what your mission is and why you were inspired to start such a transformative community.
Peak Mind to me is taking the challenges of what I've seen in my dad's experience with his cognitive decline and turning it on its head. So how can we actually optimize our cognition? How can we optimize our lives? How can we use our perspective to see the obstacles before us as profound opportunities? My father was diagnosed with dementia very early. He overcame a lot of adversity in his life, but never lived as a victim. So he's just got this sort of resilient spirit. We all know existentially that there's a goodbye at some point, but to be confronted with it right away is truly challenging. To me, he is the embodiment of love and support. You know, he's my heart, and I want to use the lessons that I've learned through him to continue that legacy.
So your very first event for Peak Mind was hosted by none other than His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. I can't imagine being around such a powerful presence. What was that moment like for you meeting him and spending so much time with him?
I had been interested in hosting him because of the fact that I was deeply interested in meditation for its cognitive benefits. I didn't have any connections to the Dalai Lama, but I had a vision which I was unequivocally committed to. There's a number of factors which could have led to the vision not eventuating. At the end of the day, the road comes up to greet you. And when you make a declarative commitment, it's incredible the amount of people that will come out of the woodwork to support you. One of the things that the event taught me was a really profound sense of faith. For 7 months, I had been bobbing and weaving to try to make it happen. And so in the moment where I actually saw for the first time the Dalai Lama walking forward, I just started crying. He walked through the crowd and it was just connecting with everyone with like this huge smile and just like jovial, making jokes, almost like childlike exuberance.
Anytime you read about a hugely successful person, they always talk about the value of having a morning routine. And that morning routine almost always includes a meditation and a gratitude practice. So how can these things benefit us and also tap into the place where brilliant ideas are born?
For me, that's been a transformative practice. I do have meditation as part of my morning routine. I do have gratitude as part of my morning routine. I try to get out into nature, even if it's just to go outside. I also journal. There's a book called The Artist's Way, basically taking at least a page a day, not really obsessing about what you write, but just being in the process of writing. I find the clarity I have in the morning is unsurpassed. It really is from that place of calm, from that centeredness, that the best ideas are born. It's really good also to set yourself up so that you're not in a reactive place. So I don't check my phone for the first, say, hour of the day. Once we go into reactivity, we're checking Instagram, we're checking email, then we're at effect to other people's agendas, right? Things they want from us. And we go into reactive mode. A message that is incredibly important for today's lifestyle is how can we drop back into the present and truly savor the present. So many of us are oriented towards what's next. If only I have this job, I'll be happy. If only I have this house, then I'll be happy. What's actually the case is Our happiness is sourced from who we're being and who we're being in this moment. I've really returned to the power of appreciating as much as possible in the present, and from that place I've seen incredible things unfold.